coming. We're wrapping up week 3, going into week 4 now. Go 4.
What's up, party people?
Happy
Sunday. We're meddling out over here on a Sunday. Yes, that's how we roll. Guys, I don't know about people watching football today. That's cool. But how many people saw the O yesterday? Boom! Phil Heath did it again. So, always incredible watching half-naked dudes flex their muscles on stage. You heard it here first. That sounded very different in my head. But anyway, I think you know what I mean.
Happy Sunday. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Good, solid Wi-Fi. We got a good show today. Those that aren't on are gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it because we're going through A through Z. Whoa. And if you are brand new to Periscope, you're gonna really, really enjoy this episode because you've missed out on a lot, and we're gonna cover some of the missing pieces, the missing puzzle pieces, and you're gonna flip your wig.
Flip the wig.
Flip the wig.
Flip your lid.
You're gonna flip your wig. Yeah, A through Z recap, guys. This is serious, and we've got some added additional stuff into the A through Z.
So much more than the A through Z.
Yeah.
You can't hear this enough, and there's a reason why.
First time watching live, Jennifer Long. Welcome.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome. It's about time.
All right. So, first things first. Look at that. We're already over 100, and it's Sunday, guys. You rock.
And
Thanks
it's
for
so
jumping
interesting
on.
because so many people know that they get on, they can get on Twitter and watch us on their computer because it's much more smooth on the computer. So literally, we can get up to 800, almost 1,000 people watching Paul and I every day. We love you guys. You guys are crazy.
This is crazy.
We want this information.
So
We're giving it to you.
what's in my drink today? This is Isoline Pro
Someone's on their Stairmaster.
with a scoop of Isopro. So
Wait, what's in there again?
1 packet of Isoline Pro with a scoop of Isopro.
Oh, is it chocolate? Both chocolate or chocolate and vanilla?
Chocolate and vanilla.
Cool.
So, in a quart of fawn's blood. No, I'm just kidding. It's water.
A tub. It's a tub of protein you have in there. It's so funny. My hair is actually all crazy. Some of y'all don't know, but I shaved underneath my hair, so it's kind of like I got these crazy pieces.
Oh, it was straight buzzed down.
I did the funky fresh thing, so I'm trying to grow that out. Don't mind me. So, yesterday was an interesting episode, right? Teaching all the leaders, especially the executives, how to reach down, how to start looking down. Even if you only have 1 or 2 people on your team, that's okay. Start getting to the habit now, because Paul and I didn't do that in the beginning, and we waste a lot of...
Oh my God, we wasted so much time. You know what's cool is, well, it's not cool for the people that jumped on board early with us because we sucked. But
we didn't
so we
know.
apologize for all of you that jumped on with us early in our business.
Poor Kunga, poor Roger.
We just didn't know.
We didn't know.
So we're doing the best we can. Now, you know, there's kind of a system going on here, so it's kind of easy to maneuver through the chaos, so to speak, and people are getting results right out of the gate. So cycles went up 100%. So excited. That's awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody said business is going up as well. So
good. We're gonna talk about some stuff today to make sure that you continue with the growth of your business. So we're gonna wrap up a lot of stuff. And again, if you're brand new, you're gonna really, really appreciate this episode. And I know many of you have already heard A through Z. That's okay. It doesn't hurt to hear it one more time. But you also need to start listening now with a different set of ears and different set of eyes so you can now teach this to your team.
Here, yeah.
Because we need to duplicate each other. We want to help and collaborate with you so you can duplicate this for your team, right? So we want
just
everyone
hit
to
1
grow.
star. Sweet.
Oh, congratulations. Who is
Awesome.
that? It's S Solo 74. What's your name? Congratulations,
Yes.
1 star.
Awesome.
That's what I like to hear.
Guys, this is the cool stuff because
Notebook ready?
no book ready.
We all got our notebook.
Because-
Does everybody have the infamous marble notebook that Paul and I always talk about? We have about 20 of these cheap marble notebooks, keeps us organized. This is where we write our daily goals. This is where we write our affirmations. This is where we write everything. So get a couple of these.
So before we move any further, my name's Paul.
Oh yeah, sorry. My name is Lynette,
This is
and
Lynette.
I love this guy.
And guys, check this out. We've been talking about the boring, the unsexy, the monotonous, the the not so fun work for the last 81 episodes.
Somebody went consultant. Good job.
And we said if you just repeat these actions, your business will start to move. And the results are what's fun. The results are what's sexy. The results are what gets you fired up to do more boring, unsexy, monotonous work, right? But it's all about that. Most people think that success is some spectacular,
mysterious thing.
all of a sudden type of a thing. It's really not. It's the accumulation of tiny baby steps. Those I like the way Robin Sharma says it. He says those seemingly small, insignificant daily actions that we take will create massive success.
And it's the insignificant daily things that you think aren't doing anything. You have no idea what's really stirring up underneath. So continue to plant those seeds. Continue to do what you're supposed to do. Continue to do the unsexy, monotonous, boring things. And I promise, after this 90-day game plan is up, you will go, let Lynette and Paul really know what they were talking about. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to continue doing this.
Even better, and I'll call this, for the people that are actually doing the work, for the people that are in the trenches with us, because we're doing it just the same with you, for the people that are really doing the work and they can see themselves, okay, I'm putting in the work every single day, the end of this 90-day game plan is going to be sweet. But guess what? The beginning of next year is going to go, I'm telling you, this is the way, the timing of it. You know how we're talking always about 3 months into the future or 6 months into the future? We haven't talked about this in a while, but since we're on the topic, when we started Periscope, that was 82 days ago, right? And that was, when we were talking about, in the beginning, we were talking about the 90-day game plan coming up in like a few months, right? And now we're in the 90-day game plan, but we also spoke about what's going to happen in the beginning of next year based on what you do in the 90-day game plan this year, okay?
This is really important because if you're brand new and you've never been in the business for an entire year, those that know what we're talking about are behind Periscope going, yes!
Yeah.
Because if you've never worked through a holiday season, you have no idea what's going to happen come January and February. You have no idea. So keep doing the 10X stuff. Dominate over the next 90 days, or because we're already almost a third of the way in. Keep going, even if it looks like nothing is happening. I promise things are moving and shifting. We still got to go through October and November and December, and then by mid-January you're gonna go, oh my
Kaboom.
God,
yeah.
Kaboom.
See, you don't know when there's, if it's a mechanical thing that's happening, if it's like a puzzle piece you're putting together, you can see the progression. But when there are other people involved in putting the puzzles together, you don't know what those other people are doing behind the scenes, so to speak, because they're not there with you. So the seeds that you plant today, the seeds that you planted a week ago or 2 weeks ago or a month ago, those seeds are still in action. Those people are still in motion. The universe is still positioning all these different events. You don't know what's happening. So when we talk about our business, we talk about what's happening, we're like, we actually don't know what's going to happen over the next 90 days to 6 months, in a sense that there are so many dynamics that we don't have control of. The only thing that we can control are ourselves and our own efforts. But the other people in this dynamic, you know, they're going through changes in their life. They're going through ups and downs, and they're going through realizations at their own timing. And these kind of things are going to change your business that you're not even aware of. So give it time. Keep doing that unsexy, unfun, monotonous, boring stuff, and you'll see results show up faster than you can imagine.
Yeah, because Paul and I have been in the business now, 17 months, babe? Yeah. About 17 months. And the first 5 months of our business, we heard nothing. When I mean crickets, we heard crickets. So some of you are hearing crickets right now.
Not even crickets
and
sometimes.
I really want you to understand something. Crickets are good. Crickets are good. So keep planting the seeds, and I promise those crickets will sound like 3 crickets and 5 crickets and 20 crickets, and then pretty soon now you're going to hear this orchestra of music now.
Hashtag chirp chirp.
Chirp chirp. So just keep doing it. I promise. Just if you keep doing the work, everything will happen for you. And I don't care if you're a white, I don't care if you're a blue, a red, or yellow. It works for everybody among the same. So we're going to bring this whiteboard out. It's going to look crazy. It's going to look overwhelming, especially if you're brand new and you're not used to Paul and I's training, because Paul and I really implement new business 2.0 methods. I'm serious. When we talk about old school methods, you're working twice as, if not 3-4 times harder. So you don't have to do that anymore. We're teaching you such an effective and efficient way to do this. In fact, Paul had a good, I don't know if I want to tell him now, because we had a launch party yesterday. That was our first launch party.
In a year and a half.
And we helped someone in our team really do an amazing, it was a great launch party actually. I really like doing them, but we just never done one before because we build 95% of our business online. So this is what we're teaching you today. It is strictly 100% how to build your business on Facebook, and we're going to literally take you A through Z, from the time you meet a prospect or from the time you brand yourself on Facebook all the way to enrollment and what to do after enrollment. And I'm talking step by step. You can't get this wrong. We're packaging it in a nice little package, handing it to you, and you're going to go, oh, well, this is easy. This is easy. But you got to put the work in. You have to put the work in, and you have to 10x it, because we are in a 90-day game plan. If you've not read this book, get it now. We've been talking about this book for like 2 weeks. Get it. Get it, because it amplifies. We want you to dominate this business, and the only way you can do this in a 90-day game plan is to launch it, to dominate it, so you have that momentum going in through the holidays, because about November, mid-November to December, it starts to slow down again, and I don't want you to go, what's happening to my business? We need you to push through those slower times. You'll think that December would be, busy, but some of you, especially if you're brand new in the business, it doesn't look that way. But you don't know what's happening with all the seeds, because you're cultivating the seeds, you're watering, and you're bringing sunshine to those seeds. And then when January comes is when everything flourishes and it explodes. So.
And there's reasons for that, based on the culture that we live in. A lot of people are focused on eggnog and cookies during December. Not so much their health, but the point is,
I like eggnog.
We love eggnog.
Eggnog is so good.
It's okay.
They need to have an eggnog shake come out. I'm just saying.
I'll pour it right in the isopro. But the point is that during those times is when it's most important to 10x even further, because there are some massive builders that I'm aware of that have gone from zero to a huge business in a very short amount of time, and they were enrolled in mid-December. In fact, 2 different people, which I won't mention names, but I am aware of their story. So the point is, you push through those slow times. The ones that do see the vision, the ones that do stand out and catch on during that time, typically are big visionary people, and they want this bad. So
the point is, don't just concentrate on out. I want you to do the work now, but I really want you to focus and concentrate in January and February, because this is what's going to happen.
Right now. Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So let's bring this whiteboard out. Please don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to break everything down for you, as I always do. Take as much notes. You can take a screenshot if you need to. But this is what I want many of you to start concentrating on. And if you know about the A to Z, then you can kind of just fine tune and make sure that you're hitting all of these spots. Because some people have what's called the product page, but some of the leaders aren't doing it correctly. Okay? So let me get out of the way so you can take a screenshot. And we're going to literally take you A through Z. So please make sure that you're hitting all of these spots. If you're not, then you need to retrace your steps and make sure that you are spending more time on this. You may want to lift that up a little bit. I'm going to have Paul lift up the camera a little bit. Perfect, babe. I know many of you are thinking, but I like Instagram, Lynette. I like Instagram. But I'm telling you, if you want to build a massive organization, you're not going to do it by accident. If you want to make 6 and 7 figures, it needs to be strategic. And your time spent on Facebook and on social media needs and must be strategic. So please get off Instagram. You must be able to master Facebook first before the other social medias. Paul and I always teach energy first and technique second. And if you're spending your energy in places you don't need to be, then you're diverting your energy in places they don't need to be. Your energy needs to be here in your virtual store. Your virtual store is not on Instagram. Your virtual store is not in the Start group. Your virtual store is not on ISA testimonials or the other pages. Your virtual store and you need to be here home. So please come back home, okay? It's really important that you understand this.
Guys, distraction is so easy these days. The whole society is built on thousands and thousands of different forms of distraction to take our attention away from what we really should be prioritizing. So don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap. Social media is no different. We're on Facebook. If we're on Facebook strategically, that makes sense. But there is easily a number of ways to get distracted on a daily basis on Facebook alone. If you're on Instagram or other social media, I mean, that's just, taking away from the necessary energy it's going to take to build your business.
You can't, and the reason for this is you can't effectively, authentically communicate or build a solid relationship on Instagram.
It's all about the dialoguing, guys.
This still is a belly-to-belly business, and the closest way you can get belly-to-belly is with Facebook, not Instagram. Plus, you need all of this to happen, and it ain't going to happen on Instagram. It's going to happen here.
Number one reason we don't use Instagram, our store is in Facebook. Our product page is in Facebook. Our virtual store is in Facebook. Our accountability and our teaching and our support page is in Facebook.
My prospects and my team are here.
There's no way to create that dynamic here. This is all self-absorbed stuff. People do a lot of stuff for themselves. You know what I mean?
Look at me. I'm here. I'm on Instagram.
But we're looking for
selfie.
Community-based stuff is going to happen here. That's the reason. That's the reason you stay here, is because that's where it happens.
So here we have the why. And whether you are out and about in public and you're meeting prospects face to face, it doesn't matter if you're here or if you're on Facebook branding yourself. Everybody still is being led to the product page, which always leads to enrollment. So let's take, for instance, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, I would just think about it like a funnel. Guys, if you're talking old school techniques, imagine you have a cookie tray, a flat cookie tray, and you're pouring water and you're trying to hold the water on the cookie tray with no edges. How much water is going to stay on the cookie tray? Not very much. But imagine if you have a funnel and that is where you're pouring the water through, and everything goes through the funnel, and everything that goes through the funnel is a positive result in your business. Now you can see the difference on how that's working. Old school versus the new 2.0 methods. This is your funnel. You want everybody funneled into your product page, and then the funnel will eventually lead to enrollment.
So when Paul and I are out and about, and especially if you watched yesterday's episode, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? But the CNC.
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday? So on this side of the V, this is where you're seeing and saying and doing the 4 F's. And I know many of you are going to have questions along the way, but for right now, I just need you to understand this master blueprint first, and then we'll go into details later. And in addition, throughout the week, Paul and I will go into more detailed things about like the dip theory or the 4 F's.
We're going to cover all this.
We're going to cover everything, but for right now, I just need you to see the overview first, the master plan or the blueprint plan first, and then we'll cover individual details. So if you can just hang on with the questions first.
So Lynette, this morning she called this like a table of contents for the book we're about to walk through with you chapter by chapter over the next week.
So when you are out and about over here, you're out in public, you're in Target, you are at a restaurant, you're at yoga class, you're at a mommy's group.
Love yoga class.
The first thing you want to do is Paul talked about this, and I actually like this. It's see and then say. You see and then say. So if you see something about if somebody has a t-shirt on, or somebody has a necklace on, or somebody has something that you see that catches your attention, you want to say something. But what do you say? And Paul and I teach to always compliment and then ask a question.
Yeah. So, when we're talking, what's funny is that the information that I got to say from was from a book from 1983. But if you're up to current events, you'll know that this same phrase was promoted by Homeland Security for more of a tattletale tactic on their part. So if you see something, say something. Have you guys seen that in airports or in different public spots?
Yeah.
So, but this comes from a book from 1983, and it's actually about starting a conversation with people. So it's interesting how these things get turned around, but the point is, if you see something, what are they doing? What are they wearing? What are they saying? Then you're going to want to take that and you're going to want to say something. Now, Lynette said, what do you say? We make it very simple because we don't want to try and figure it out when we're in a scenario where we see something. We want to know exactly what we can say, which is usually a compliment about this particular situation. So if you see somebody wearing a shirt that you like, if you see somebody doing something that you can compliment them on, or if you see them talking about something, which is if you hear them say something, but if you see them saying something, then you can say something about that, okay? And we usually go to the compliment, ask a question.
But why? But why compliment and ask a question? Paul and I always teach, especially in the 2-week turnaround, that you should be adding value to someone's life, no matter it's on Facebook or you're out and about in public. Mm-hmm. Always add value to someone's life and put a smile on someone's face. So that's always say compliment and ask a question, because you're building rapport and trust with somebody, and it's super important that you always remember that. So if somebody has a beautiful necklace on, then just say, it's a beautiful necklace. Where did you get that? Right? Your kids are so cute. How old are they? Right? That's a great looking sandwich. You come here often? Are you on lunch break?
Have you had that before?
Compliment and ask a question. That is the see, and then you say. Mm-hmm. And then it always leads to the 4 F's. And once I can get the 4 F's out of my mouth, I can easily get someone into my product page.
That's it. Follow
and the
them in.
4 F's literally just consist of, let's just say, this is for the new people who haven't heard us. If you practice at a restaurant, you're with the waiter, and the waiter does an amazing job waiting tables on you, you can just simply say and compliment them and ask a question by saying, you did an amazing job tonight. How long have you worked here? Worked here for 2 years. Well, you know what? You do so well at customer service. I really could see you doing what I do. So essentially I say, you should do what I do, right? You should do what I do. And they go, well, what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what. Are you on Facebook? Because essentially what I do is I help people get fit. What is it? I'm sorry. I help people get. I help people feel. Jesus, help me out, guys.
Yeah,
see, that's why I say well, you can't remember everything when you're in the moment. So I help people feel better, get fabulously fit, financially free. Are you on Facebook? And if you can't remember the other F's, that's okay, because that's what happens. Literally, when I'm out and about, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So don't worry about it. But as long as I can say the last one, are you on Facebook? I'll show you exactly what I do, because I think you'd be great at it. Mm-hmm. And this is when I hand them my phone, I pull up the Facebook app and I hand them my phone, because this builds trust with them. But that's the essential idea behind the 4 F's. I need to say, you should do what I do, so I can find them on Facebook and get them added to my support page immediately so they can see what I do. Now this is really important, because somebody asked me a question the other day, and this is another tip that we've never gone over before. So please take notes on this part. Because there's going to be one of 2 ways that you're going to add somebody, or a reason why you're going to add somebody to your product page. It's either for a health reason, because you want them to experience the nutritional cleanse or whatever product that you represent in your company. It's a health reason, or it's a business reason or wealth reason. If it's a wealth reason, this is really key. You want to explain to the person, and this may be not the time to do it while they're at work, he's waiting tables, I don't have time to say this right now, but when he has a moment, when he can come back home and read my message, I want this person to take a strategic business eye look. I want him to have a strategic business eye when he takes a look at my support page. If this man has an ounce of entrepreneurship in his body, he will immediately see the fantastic potential of my product page, of what it can do for him. For instance, athletes and personal trainers need to be told this. Athletes and personal trainers should be told this, because athletes and personal trainers are usually broke. And that was Paul and I. We didn't get this initially. We didn't understand the vision. We didn't understand the power of the product page initially. So when you're talking to an athlete or a personal trainer, I don't want them in my product page initially to look at the products, although they can, and the products will speak for themselves. But I want to help this personal trainer or athlete make money. He's broke, and I know that he's broke. So especially if I'm in a scenario when I say you should do what I do, man, you'd kill it. You'd kill doing this. Plus, you can have all your clients come over to the support page, because what I want to do for you is help leverage your time. Paul and I want to help leverage your time. This is key. So when I add you to the support page, I want you to take a look at it about the products. That's awesome. But what I want you to do is really look at it with a strategic business eye, so I can help leverage your time and make you money, because this product page is amazing. And your clients will love it because they can get the support. Plus, Paul and I will be here and we can help you as a team. Does that make sense? So it's really important that the support page is not just for products. Strategic business eye, I can help you make money.
You gotta let them know that it is a business tool, and they're not just being added to some random Facebook page promoting products. So,
because predominantly, let's just be honest, most of it is weight loss. And although they have amazing weight loss transformations, if you put an elite bodybuilder inside this product page, they go, why am I in here? Why I don't need to lose weight. Why am I in here? Because there's not enough content in there regarding athletes. And although Paul and I in our product page try to do as much as we can regarding athletes, it's just the name of the game. There's just more information regarding weight loss. So you need to let them know that it's for their clients, and we can help leverage your time.
yeah, unless they're naturally brilliant like me, you have to kind of point out to the fact that the majority of people are not like, crazy bodybuilders. So this would obviously be marketed to the masses in a better way, and that would include mostly weight loss. So it's easy when people can understand that, but sometimes you just have to point it out.
Because I can't tell you how many times personal trainers are added to our product page and they're like, they just want to spout off all their information. Their egotistical attitude comes in there and they just want to show everybody what they know. That's not the purpose of the product page for a personal trainer.
Oh, see, what if I'm not an athlete? How do I get them to trust me? Okay.
You're building rapport.
So the beautiful thing is you don't have to be an athlete with athletes. Typically what you're going to do, and we've gone over this before, but we'll just go over it briefly, is you want their opinion, right? You want to edify them, kind of stroke their ego, so to speak, and then ask for their opinion. So you should do what I do. Oh, really? What do you do? Well, I help people get da-da-da-da-da. Are you on Facebook? Yes. Well, I'll go ahead and add you to the product page, product support page. You could see what I do. Now, you're in a unique position because you're very well versed in being athletic performance and doing what you do. So I'd love your opinion on these products. I'd love your opinion on this particular page.
Let's say, for instance, I don't know Paul. I don't know him.
What?
Paul.
Yes. Hi.
Obviously, you're fit. You've been doing this for years, and I respect your opinion. I'm complimenting him. I am stroking this man's ego right now, right? That's what you want to do with a professional athlete. You're amazing. I respect your opinion. Can I get your opinion on something that I'm doing right now? I want you to really look at something with the strategic business side, because I think that I can help you out.
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, let me go ahead and add you to my product page so you can kind of see what I do, but I think I can probably quadruple your profits and help you leverage your time.
Okay.
Would you at least just take a look at what I do? Because besides, I want to get your opinion on it.
Sure.
Perfect. Are you on Facebook? Go ahead and find yourself. That's what you do. So when you're talking to an athlete, edify them. Always edify an athlete. Compliment them, and then you can get their opinion on what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay? So that is when you're out and about here. This is how you're going to move them to your product page. Okay, save your questions just for a second, because we're talking about people on Facebook. If they're not on Facebook, then I'm really questioning whether I want to work with them or not, because it is my business and I pre-qualify everybody. Here's the name of the game. 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
These are real life stats for us.
This is real life stats for Paul and I. 100% of the time, if they're not on Facebook, they fail. They fail using the products and they fail doing the business. That is our statistics. So if they're not on Facebook, I'm truly thinking twice, unless it's my 74-year-old mother. But I'm really thinking twice if I want to work with somebody, because they do not get the support that they need if they do not have the product page? I need to know if they're on Facebook. That's why I'm asking. I'm pre-qualifying them.
I mean, you're basically trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. We are working in one dynamic, one business model, and they want to live in another. We don't live there, so that's why they fail.
I can't help them. I can't get them connected to Jill. I can't get them connected to my team. I can't get them connected, and it's just I'm working twice as hard. Okay, so now I'm over here on Facebook. So this is if you're out and about, but if you're on Facebook, you're doing several things to brand yourself so that you create curiosity to move someone to the product page. I am never saying the word of my company. I'm using other words like hashtag nutritional cleansing or hashtag superfood nutrition. I never say my company's name over here. I need to create curiosity. So I'm branding myself correctly. I'm using what's called the dip theory. I'm only using the dip theory maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not overdoing the dip theory. I'm utilizing video over here. I'm never verbal vomiting. That is no VV. No, I'm never verbal vomiting over here. And I'm starting to plant the seed about how amazing my product page here is. Yes, fear of missing out is another one. This is important, guys, right here, because many of you are getting objections of, well, the product page is so overwhelming and I can't take it. Well, if I plant a seed to my prospect to let them know that it is a fast-paced product page, it is crazy busy, but we have so much fun, you're going to love it. May I have your permission? May I have your permission to be added to the product page? Because someone added me to their product page this morning and I was livid. Let me repeat that. This is just my personal opinion. I'm busy and I've been added to so many Facebook pages over the last 2 years that I can't stand it anymore. I don't want to be added to another one. I've got my own business pages, but when somebody just plops me into their business page without asking me about what it is, what I'm doing in there, nor did you communicate with me to just say, hey, Lynette, I have a page that I want to plop you in. Can I just have you take a look around? I really would love your support. Now, I may be more apt to take a look at it, but don't just plop people into a page. That's just my personal opinion, the whole silent ninja thing. I think it's just because now that we're in 2015, so many pages exist now. Silent ninja may have worked 3 years ago, but now in 2015, I prefer asking for permission. That way I let them know that my page is busy. We have so much fun, but don't worry, you're going to get so much information. You're going to see so many amazing body transformations and health transformations. You're going to fall in love and you're getting all your questions asked. It's a great place. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, and it sets you up.
Oh, I love it. Just like throwing someone in a pool when they're fully dressed. I'm like, don't add me to another page. Please don't do that to your prospects either.
Yeah, if you're asking permission, it sets them up to stay in the loop much better than if you just threw them in the pool. I mean, if you're, inviting them into the pool, they're more apt to stay in the pool and keep swimming and, enjoy the water, rather than if you threw them in there, they're going to get right out. So a lot of people that get silent ninja'd into pages take themselves right out, and they never are able to experience what that's about, so and they miss out on it.
This is important. Thank you for saying that, Paul, because when I'm getting someone's information via Facebook, this is just to get their friend request. Then when I get home, once they accept my friend request, I send them a private message to let them know, again, I'm setting it up again. My product page or my support page is amazing. I want to get your permission to make sure that it's okay for me to add you in there. It's a little bit fast-paced, it's overwhelming, but it's high energy, so much amazing transformations. You're going to love it, and I want you to see and really experience what I do because you'd be really great at it. And they go, oh, okay, but I set it up. I want to set them up for success. Okay, yes, we have talked about our product page, and we will throughout the week. Okay, so just really quick. So this is how I'm moving people into my product page. This right here is your secret sauce. This is how you're going to build a massive organization.
Faster than you can imagine.
And it must be high-paced, high energy. It must be fun. It must be addicting. It must be positive. It must be happy. If it is, Reds, be careful with this, because Reds, be careful, because Reds can be very domineering and very scientific and
just take the products.
Yellow, step up. We need you in there because y'all are so fun. Blues, we love you because you add so much love and heart, and you know, you're just like Paula Deen and Oprah. We just want to hug you. And you pour so much love into everybody. Reds are great because they give scientific information and they give factual information. And whites, you just have peace throughout everything. Whites don't like to post that much. Whites, step up in your posting. But we love you, whites. But this is really important because this page right here will make or break you, especially if it's slow paced. If your upline already has an amazing page, please do not open up a slow page because it's going to take you years. It is going to take you years to get the momentum going. If you have no upline that has a product page, then just know that's going to take you about a year or so to build that momentum. But that's okay. You're not going anywhere. You're in this for life. But don't shoot yourself in the foot by opening up a slow product page if one already exists. That's why your business isn't growing.
So somebody just mentioned I have 700 plus people in my product page, but only about 10 of them are interacting. That's about right. That's about right. Most people are not very interactive in that, and that's why we continually reach out to our leaders and teach them that those that post the most earn the most, because there's a direct correlation between how active you are in your store and how much money you are making, or the momentum that is being built up that will eventually lead to money in your business.
So let's go over this really quickly because this is going to take a little bit of time. But in my product page, once I add a prospect in there, I'm absolutely 100% welcoming them in. This is key.
First things first.
This is key. You must welcome your prospects in. It sets them up for the culture of our company, the culture of our business. It makes them feel warm and fuzzy, makes them feel welcome, like they're part of the family. It is vital because this is where I teach you how to find the pimp post. Mm-hmm. The welcome post is used to find and create a pimp post. Once they've been added to my page, I do videos. I do a video 1 here. Tools are important when building the business. You must use tools.
A lot of people don't know where to use the tools, but in this interaction, the tools are actually dropped in throughout. So we're going to start showing you that.
So once I welcome them in, I'm adding an isogenics in my company. This is what I use, an isogenics difference, start your life, or just cleanse. That's just my top 3 videos that I'm popping in immediately along the welcome post. Mm-hmm. 12 to 24 hours later, I'm following up inside my product page with video number 2.
On the welcome post.
The welcome post sets up a platform where I can add video 1 and then follow up with video 2. My favorite video when I follow up is Getting Started with Krueger because it drops a seed of the business. Mm-hmm. It drops the seed of a business. Getting Started with Krueger. I also will now tag my prospect into a price post or a price post picture that breaks down my 3 top systems, price per day. And then I can easily move my prospect into a 3-way chat and then into a 3-way Zoom call. I never ever start anything off with a 3-way call up here, never. The 3-way calls is actually being obsolete and can be replaced with the product page because this is where I can edify my upline, I can edify Jill or people on my team, I can connect them with people who maybe have diabetes, I can connect them with somebody who's pregnant, I can connect them with somebody who's an Isamani who's nursing, I can connect somebody with everybody here in my product page. But this is how we do it. I'm not saying that 3-way calls don't work, they're usually probably 3rd or 4th down my list.
Yeah. Now, guys, this is what we're doing with the prospect, okay? In the meantime, or at the same time, this is what we're doing with our store, with our product page, with our interactions on a daily basis. So these are simultaneous, and they're going to flow back and forth on how you get this done, but this is what you would do with the prospect, take them through this entire process, and at the same time, you're doing this with your product page to maintain your presence in it.
If you don't know how to do a Zoom call, please Google Zoom. Zoom is just a 3D virtual way to connect with somebody. Instead of a 3-way call, is a 3-way Zoom call where it's just like us. We're on Periscope, but I'm talking to you, but through video.
Yeah, if you guys are familiar with FaceTime, it would be equivalent to that. However, you can have multiple people on that particular app. So.
Are you posting all of that in the welcome post? Oh my God, no, honey.
Okay, wait.
No.
So the welcome post is simply, "Hi Susie, welcome to the group. There's so many supportive people here." You could word it however you want. Enjoy, make yourself at home, and that's it. Okay, that's the welcome post.
No, I'm not doing any business tools here. I'm using the getting started follow-up video here where it drops the seed of the business. I'm not doing U+2. I'm not doing any of the business in my product page. There's no business in the product page.
We're gonna cut and dry. We're gonna make this real cut and dry. The welcome post says, "Hi Susie, welcome to the page. There's so much good information here. I know you're gonna love it." Something very simple like that. You could add some words, whatever you want. After that welcome post, in the comment section, you're going to add, or somebody on your team is going to add, a tool video 1, which we use: Isagenix Difference, Start Your Life, or Just Cleanse. Those are the 3 videos we use for this one. 12 to 24 hours later, you're going to put in the comment section of the welcome post video number 2, which is Getting Started by Eric Krueger. That will also drop the seed of the business.
Okay, I know. Okay, the Isagenix Difference does not talk about the business other than it's just planting seeds. It's not a business video. It is the culture of Isagenix. There's a difference.
Guys, the Isagenix Difference is designed to be a recruiting tool, designed to pique people's interest in Isagenix as a whole. It has nothing specific about the health products or the wealth products. It's very general and includes all of it. That's important because you want to expose them to the culture of your company, not just one thing that you think they should be exposed to, okay? This is going to show them how to get started and also plant seeds of the business.
You copy and paste the video in the comment section using the YouTube Isagenix tools. The Isagenix videos in YouTube. I do not use Isagenix. I do not use iSamovie because it takes them out of my product page. Because if you type in isamovie.com in the comment section, once they click on that, it takes them out of my product page, and I do not want them leaving my product page. That is why I use YouTube videos and just copy and paste the video in the welcome post. That way they can just click on the video and still remain inside my product page. I need them to stay here.
Make sure these videos are from Isagenix channel, YouTube channel.
This is important. Repeat
Other
that.
people, okay, make sure these videos are from Isagenix YouTube channel. Other people have posted the same videos on their channel. It will lead people to them, okay? These videos are not tainted toward somebody specific. This is very general to the Isagenix company, okay? Or whatever company that you represent.
Always use, in our case, in our company, always use Isagenix tools, always. Be really careful which videos you're using in YouTube, please. But this is what we're doing with the prospect. But simultaneously, I don't just drop my my prospect off and leave. This is where everybody messes up. You're not doing this. This is simultaneously. This is simultaneously. I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this. I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this. This is where everybody messes up. Because if you want to be an inspirational leader and you want to have a massive organization, you must be posting. Those that post the most make the most. You must be educating in your product page. You must be inspiring and cheering people on.
Professional encourager.
In the product page. You're giving people hope to keep going, especially when they have a headache or their tummy is messed up and they just don't feel like going on. Tell them to keep going, to trust the process. Keep going, you can do it. I went through the same thing the first week. I had a headache, but keep going. I promise you'll feel ISA amazing by day 5. Keep going, you can do it. I'm using the tools in my product page. Did you know that it takes anywhere from 4 to 18 exposures? 4 to 18 exposures before you get to enrollment? 4 to 18. That means I must be posting, I must be educating, I must be inspiring, I must be hoping 4 to 18 times. And it could take anywhere from 6 months to a year before somebody says yes. It could take 2 days. You don't know.
It's all based on their timing.
Okay.
Okay, guys, just this alone, this is a massive amount of exposure. That's why we tell you to do this. This is exposure 1. Putting in, guys, some people are asking, where do these videos go? They go in the comment section of your welcome post. They don't go in the welcome post itself. They go in the comment section of your welcome post that you put in there, okay? Exposure, exposure, exposure. Exposure, exposure, exposure. Posting, educating, these are all exposures. Eventually, if you do all this correctly, you'll have anywhere from 4 to 18 exposures under your belt, and it's not a matter of if they start, it's a matter of when and with what.
And look at all these little blue stars, light blue stars. This is where you're adding value to people's lives. If you're not genuinely adding value to people's lives, you'll never enroll them.
Exactly.
The whole idea is to build trust with somebody. The whole idea is to have people know that you are so passionate and enthusiastic, and for you to give people hope and optimism about what's about to happen, whether it's a health transformation or financial. But you must always be adding value, adding value. I'm adding value here. I'm adding value everywhere all the time. It never stops.
So when you're adding value, it increases the trust factor with you and the prospect. It increases the the ability for them to see this as a solution to their problem, to their challenge, right? Because now they're trusting you more, so they're more open. The walls are down. They're more open to seeing what's in front of them rather than, just passing by it.
Many of you are giving people tools via email, via private chat message or messenger, or you're texting it to them. Oh, no, I'm doing it inside my product page because I want them to stay in my virtual page, my virtual store. That's why I'm adding the tools there.
Now guys, check this out. All roads lead to enrollment. This is why you're doing all of this, because we're focusing on an enrollment. But after enrollment, that's not where you leave their life. Now we have a number of things that we follow up with and continue on with this relationship, because now they've put trust in you. Now that you guys have built a certain amount of rapport, and now they have the enthusiasm that you've built with them for this solution to be fitting into their life on a daily basis, and you've given them hope that this will work for them. But you don't want to leave after this point.
Well, if your admins say that you can't, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Why would they must be red because they want to hold control, or they don't understand, or you didn't add them, or you didn't introduce them to our Periscope, because tools are vital, and I don't understand why you wouldn't use a tool.
Yeah, tell your admins to watch our Periscope, guys. I mean, it's like, I get the frustration there.
That's what I would do. I would make my own page. I'll be the admin so I can do what I want to do. That doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't you want to add a tool?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of people that are confused about this. Well, and unfortunately, other people are getting screwed because of it.
When you go into the product page, I really want you to psychologically think about this. Because when you go into a product page, it's very two-dimensional. When you add a video that has music and has, people and families and athletes are in there, it evokes emotion. Don't ever underestimate the power of music. And those videos are designed perfectly by our company.
It creates a whole new dynamic that they were never exposed to.
Yes, I see you, Conchetta. I see you. Hi. So it's really important that you talk to your admins and just say, look, this is the reason why I want to add a tool. I think it can really, you want your prospect to experience the culture of our company, and they can't do it with just a product page. It's not going to happen. You want to invoke all the senses, right? And what if somebody on that video really touches them? Because there's some of those videos are really good. Have you seen the Start Your Life video? It is amazing.
We can watch it right now and get chills. We've seen it 1,000 times already.
I love those videos. Yeah. So you may want to just have a conversation with your admin. But upon enrollment, we always do the 14-day talk. We are doing a welcome email, and this is literally the only email that we do. I don't do any other emails. And we attach the welcome video with Krueger that helps welcome my new team member on board. And of course, with yesterday, edifying your team and looking down, this is when you will begin to edify your team and edify everyone on your team. So
I think somebody said they're adding the videos in the comment section of the welcome post, and it's not creating curiosity. Guys, guess what? The videos aren't for that. The videos are for whatever they're for. Basically, it's not up to us for the prospect to get something out of the video. It's up to them. If the timing is right, they'll watch the video and something will click. If the timing is right, they'll see Eric Krueger talk about which pack to start with and how to get your products paid for, and then they'll click and go. But the whole point is to pull them back into your store.
But you're also limiting what you're thinking about these these videos, the video is not just for your prospect. There's 34,000 people scrolling, and I promise you, somebody will see that video, and it'll be a ripple effect for everybody in that group. And it could be a prospect of mine from 20 days ago, or somebody on my team, one of their prospects see this video today. Yep. So never ever underestimate that video, because it's not just for your product in your welcome post. There's 34,000 people, or however many people are in your product page, okay?
Yeah, you don't have to create curiosity in your product page, because they should know exactly why they're in there. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to build curiosity in your product page, they don't have an understanding about why they're even in there. So you might want to clear that up before.
Yes, you're adding that. I love that. Curiosity is for the original connection, but once they're in the page, now you're just adding additional value, and you're showing there is more to this business. There's more of a culture, and you want them to experience that through other emotions, right?
Now it's all about exposures. So the video 1 pulls them back into the product page. Video 2 pulls them back into the product page. That's an exposure, another exposure. Tagging them in the price post. Somebody said something about the price post.
Guys, hold on. Leaders go first. Where can you find the Kathy Krueger welcome video? Leaders go first. I need you to go to YouTube and just type in welcome Kathy Krueger Isagenix, and it'll show up. It's so easy. Okay? Yeah. Please go to YouTube. That's where you're copying and pasting the videos back into your product page. Okay?
Yeah, somebody was asking about the price post. It's not a brand new post every time. It's an older post that we tag people in.
And you may have to make your own.
Yeah, if you don't have it, you have to make your own. There's a few types. There's the text ones that'll break it down, what's in a system, what it is per day, good, better, best. And then there's the picture one she was talking about, which it'll actually show the President's Pack, the Pace Setter Pack, and the 30-day pack, what it is as the total price of what it is per day. And then it will give some details on each one of those.
If you have someone that's really computer savvy.
Yes, we tag them.
Yeah, so if you have someone that's really computer savvy, maybe they can make one, okay? Or if you want, you can take the time and write one out. So.
Do you guys use the new Why Isagenix video?
No, I don't.
We do not. It doesn't fit our energy. It doesn't fit what we're trying to do.
12 minutes long. It's too long for me.
Yeah, so. Yeah, we're passing on that one. We stick with the ones that we mentioned. So guys, real quick, I just want to wrap this up. Hopefully that helped. Now, I know Ryan, you were asking a question about the what we give them as far as information after enrollment. Again, it's the welcome letter, the welcome email by Kathy Krueger, and the 14-day talk. That sets them up for success. Okay, we typically don't use the My Isagenix tool with the the email drip, because we don't do email. That's not how we build our business. But I want to wrap this up, guys, because we're going.
Leaders go first.
Oh, go ahead.
Google welcome email Isagenix, and you can find a great template.
You're welcome.
Okay, you guys got to really get into your own leadership. Really empower yourself. Never underestimate the power of Google and what you're looking for. Right? Google.
I think Tanya says GTS. Google that stuff.
Google that shit. I said it. It's like that monkey. He's so cute.
If anyone has a question, we're like, GTS, baby.
But you can find everything on Google, I promise. Okay? Really, and especially inside my product page, this is where I get really familiar with isagenixhealth.net, and I get really familiar with ISA FYI in my product page, because if somebody's asking questions about diabetes, I can easily Google diabetes, Isagenix, and several articles will come up, and I can copy and paste, put it in my product page for that person. Never underestimate how many articles. Our company is so amazing. They've done all the work for you. So instead of you verbal vomiting and trying to describe everything,
we're literally cutting and pasting our way to a 6- and 7-figure a year business.
It's kind of like medical school. I became a doctor using YouTube. So weird.
So yeah, you can also Google the 14-day talk. I see somebody had a question about that, but we'll go over that in more detail this week, because we're wrapping up our entire Periscope training.
Duplicate, don't recreate. I love that. Be a master thief or Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But please utilize isagenixhealth.net and ISA FYI. If you're running out of information, especially if you want to post things about products and things, then use Isagenix Facebook page or Isagenix Australia, New Zealand page. You can use Isagenix's Instagram page and take some of their stuff.
It's the only time we're on Instagram.
Pinterest is amazing too, because you can just type in Isogenics in Pinterest and so many recipes will come up. So many other amazing things will come up. So utilize the other social medias to pull content from, but then put it in your Facebook product page. That's the only reason why I'm using the other social media platforms.
Okay, real quick, people are asking about the videos again. The videos we use, video 1, after you welcome them in, is either Isogenics Difference, Start Your Life.
The one with the hat that has boss on it, so amazing. That's one of my favorite.
Start Your Life, or Just Cleanse.
Just Cleanse by Mary Evans.
Yeah.
Usually when I use the Just Cleanse is somebody
like
that really needs to understand what a cleanse is.
Typically, this one is not, we don't utilize this very often.
Very often.
These are the two that we utilize most. Okay. Video number 2 that you also put in the comment section of the welcome post is Getting Started by Eric Krueger. That's the only one. It's called Getting Started. Just go to YouTube and type in Getting Started Isogenics. It'll come up. You'll see.
Oh, and he talks about the President's Pack. He talks about the 30-day, and then he drops just a hint about the business. It's perfect because he does it so much more eloquently than I could ever explain it. So I'm going to let him talk about it. Plus, he's so dreamy anyway. People love watching Eric Krueger.
Be like, yeah, there's the first, you get the 2, and then your product's paid for, and then, no, he does it so much better. So just let him do the talking, and you do the guiding. You are a professional tour guide. So, guys, we want to wrap this up, but I want to just pull you together. We're still in the 90-day game plan. Never forget, this is like our manual that we're living out of right now. And we want to go into week 4 with some momentum. So we want to 10x the A to C that we just went over today.
I'm glad you said that, because have you noticed how everybody's kind of losing their slump? It's like everybody get an E-shot real quick because we need to bring it back up. Because literally by week 4, everybody goes, I don't want to do this anymore.
It's time to push.
Yes, this is when we need to keep it going. So grab an E-shot today, and force yourself to get fired back up, because tomorrow's week 4. We can't stop now. It's not even over.
Guys, I'm putting E-shots on IV right here. I mean, this is how we're going to live. Because we're trying to create a dramatic result over the next 90 days, and it's going to take some dramatic efforts on our part. But they're easy efforts, but we have to stay consistent. Yeah. What's simple to do is also simple not to do.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so week 4, let's push. We're going to blow it out of the water tomorrow. So hold on one second. We're going to blow it out of the water tomorrow, so we want to make sure that we're set up. So let's wrap up this week in a big way. It's the last day of free enrollment. And let's give our best, because the cycles are going to be closing tonight at midnight Eastern. And then tomorrow we'll start fresh. So,
guys, I'm guilty of it. I was trying to do 30 books in 30 days, and I went to Los Angeles and I lost momentum. So now I've got to restart all over again. And it's okay. I'll read 30 books in 50 days, whatever. But just because you fall off or take 2 steps back, that's okay. Just jump back on the horse and get back on. It's okay. We all have those days, and we all have those moments where you just kind of fall back. Just shake it off and get back on, and here we go again. Okay?
So we'll be happy to be in your ear tomorrow and tell you that you can do it, so you can be sure of that. Yeah. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's been a beautiful Sunday, so thank you for joining us.
We love you guys so much. We want nothing more than for you guys to live this extraordinary life. It's so good.
Yes.
You want to be here.
Yes, you want to live that life always free from physical and financial pain.
So join us on this mission.
Because it's a stone cold fact.
We got a better way.
Well,
let's go tell the world.
Guys.
We love you guys so much. Happy
Have
Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow, Monday.